Animal. An animal is a living thing that can move.
My favorite animal is the panda.
Bus. A bus is a large vehicle that people travel on.
My father takes the bus to work.
Cat. A cat is a small animal related to lions and tigers that is kept as a pet.
This cat is playing with a ball.
Command. A command is an order given to a person or animal to do something.
Joe gave the students a command to stand up.
Depend. To depend on something is to need it for support or help.
My grandfather depends on a cane when he walks.
Dog. A dog is an animal with 4 legs and a tail that is kept as a pet or trained to work.
This woman's best friend is her dog.
Door. A door is an object that swings or slides open and shut.
Can you close the door, please?
Friend. A friend is someone a person knows and likes spending time with.
Brian's friend is very sad.
Hear. To hear is to be aware of sound through your ears.
Michelle cannot hear what you are saying.
Help. To help is to do something that makes something easier for someone else.
Jane can help Nathan climb up the rock.
Horse. A horse is a big, strong animal that people ride and use for pulling heavy things.
I went to a farm and saw a horse.
Hospital. A hospital is where sick or hurt people receive care or treatment.
The doctor talks to a patient at the hospital.
Leg. A leg is a body part used for standing and walking.
She hurt her leg.
Medical. Medical means related to the treatment of an injury or disease.
Tyler is a medical student studying to become a doctor.
Open. To open is to move something so that an opening is not covered.
Amy likes to open the window to let fresh air in.
Pull. To pull is to hold on to something to move it toward you.
The children pull the rope.
Rabbit. A rabbit is a small animal with long ears that lives in a hole in the ground.
Look at the rabbit in the park.
School. A school is a place where children go to learn.
The students study at school.
See. To see is to use your eyes to look at something or someone.
Stephen does not want to see the scary picture.
Service. Service is the act of helping or serving someone.
This coffee shop has excellent service.
Benefit. A benefit is a good thing.
Being able to fly is a benefit to birds.
Certain. If you are certain about something, you know it is true.
I am certain that zebras have stripes.
Chance. A chance is an opportunity to do something.
I had a chance to see the Colosseum in Rome last summer.
Effect. An effect is a change made by something else.
The medicine had a good effect on the boy.
Essential. If something is essential, it is very important and necessary.
It is essential to have oxygen when you scuba dive.
Far. If something is far, it is not close.
It's far from the East Coast to the West Coast of America.
Focus. To focus on something is to think about it and pay attention to it.
My mom always helps me to focus on my schoolwork.
Function. The function of something is what it does.
The function of a flashlight is to help you see in the dark.
Grass. Grass is the green leaves that cover the ground.
The grass looked so soft and green.
Guard. To guard something is to take care of it.
The police officer will guard us from any harm.
Image. The image of something is a picture of it.
The image of her eye was very clear.
Immediate. If something is immediate, it happens quickly.
An immediate response came from the pizza place.
Primary. If something is primary, it is the most important thing.
His primary thoughts are about money.
Proud. People who feel proud are happy about what they have done.
She is proud of the picture she drew of her house.
Remain. To remain somewhere is to stay there.
My sister had to remain home since she was sick.
Rest. To rest is to stop being active while the body gets back its strength.
I rested on the couch after work.
Separate. If two things are separate, they are not together.
New York and Los Angeles are in two separate parts of America.
Site. A site is a place.
We found the perfect site for our picnic.
Tail. A tail is a part of an animal's body that sticks out from its rear or back.
Our dog wags its tail when it's happy.
Trouble. Trouble is a problem or a difficulty.
I have trouble working with my boss.
Advertise. To advertise is to describe or draw attention to a product or event by using a public medium.
The woman started a new company and needed to advertise her products.
Aware. If someone is aware, they know that something or a situation exists.
The student became aware that the teacher was watching him.
Battery. A battery is an object placed inside something to supply it with electricity.
My brother needs a battery for his clock.
Black. Black is the darkest color.
Our street is black at night because there are no streetlights.
City. A city is a place where a lot of people live.
Tokyo is a very big city in Japan.
Clean. To clean is to make something neat and tidy.
I clean our kitchen every Saturday.
Country. A country is an area of land with the same government and laws.
France is a country in Europe.
Develop. To develop is to make something larger or more advanced.
This practice will help you develop your math skills.
Electric. If something is electric, it uses electricity.
Some car companies make electric cars.
Eventually. When something happens at a later time or in the end, it happens eventually.
He will eventually move to London to find a new job.
Fact. A fact is a piece of information that is true.
A fact about South America is that it is a continent.
Glass. Glass is a transparent, breakable material.
Windows are made of glass.
History. History is the study of the past.
History was my favorite subject in school.
Nature. Nature is everything in the physical world that is not made by people.
On the weekends, I love to walk in nature among the trees.
Never. Never is when something is impossible or will not happen.
They never eat meat because they are vegetarians.
People. People are humans.
How many people live in China?
Plastic. Plastic is a material made by people.
Many drinks are sold in plastic bottles.
Problem. A problem is a situation when something goes wrong.
My problem is that I lost my dog.
Street. A street is a road in a city or village.
What is the name of the street you live on?
Think. To think is to have an opinion or thought about something.
I think summer is the best season.
Alone. A person who is alone is not with another person.
The boy wanted to be alone to think.
Apartment. An apartment is a set of rooms in a building where people live.
She has a nice apartment in the city.
Article. An article is a story in a newspaper or magazine.
Did you read the article in the newspaper about the soccer game?
Artist. An artist is a person who paints, draws, or makes sculptures.
He went to Paris to become an artist.
Attitude. Someone's attitude is the way they feel and think.
John has a bad attitude. He's always angry.
Beauty. Beauty is the state or quality of being beautiful.
I heard my mother was a great beauty when she was young.
Compare. To compare means to say how two things are the same and different.
If you compare cats and dogs, you'll see that they're both good pets.
Judge. To judge something is to say if it is good or bad.
The boy was going to judge how his mother's turkey tasted.
Magazine. A magazine is a regular publication with news, stories, and articles.
She likes to read fashion magazines.
Material. A material is what is used to make something.
Brick is a good material for building houses.
Meal. A meal is a time when food is eaten, such as breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Breakfast is my favorite meal because I enjoy cereal.
Method. A method is the way to do something.
One method to remember things is to tie a string around your finger.
Neighbor. A neighbor is a person who lives near you.
I like my neighbor because he's very friendly.
Professional. If something is professional, it deals with work that uses special skills.
If you want to be a pilot, you must have professional training.
Profit. A profit is the extra money you make when you sell something.
I made a small profit from selling my old clothes.
Quality. The quality of something is how good it is.
The quality of his car is very good.
Space. A space is an empty area.
I don't have much space for things in my small house.
Stair. Stairs are the things that are used to walk up or down in a building.
You can take the stairs to the second floor.
Symbol. A symbol is a thing that stands for something else.
This symbol tells us that we cannot smoke in this area.
Thin. If someone or something is thin, they are not fat.
The man was thin because he didn't eat much.
Accounting. People study accounting so they can deal with money and finance properly.
He works for an accounting firm.
Appeal. To appeal to someone is to be interesting or attractive.
Sleeping all day appeals to me, but I have to go to school.
Assume. To assume something is to think that it is true, even with no proof.
I assume you are both familiar with this plan.
Borrow. To borrow something is to take it and then give it back later.
Can I borrow a pencil to use today? I'll give it back to you tomorrow.
Client. A client is a person or business that pays another to do a service.
She has many clients who enjoy coming to her salon.
Downtown. The downtown area is the center of most cities.
The downtown area is filled with many tall buildings.
Dull. If something is dull, it is not exciting.
The movie was very dull. I fell asleep watching it.
Embarrass. To embarrass people is to make them feel ashamed or foolish.
He was embarrassed when he couldn't remember her name.
Fare. A fare is an amount of money paid to use a bus, train, or taxi.
Since he is a senior, my grandfather pays a low fare for the bus.
Former. Former describes something that used to be but is not anymore.
The hotel, a former castle, was built over 200 years ago.
Found. To found a company or organization means to start it.
The Pilgrims founded one of the first colonies in the United States.
Invest. To invest means to use money in a way that will bring a profit later.
I invested money in a new building that should bring me a profit.
Loan. A loan is something, usually money, that one person lends to another.
I got a loan from the bank.
Practical. If something is practical, it is useful.
Learning English is practical. You can use it in many places.
Quarter. A quarter is 1/4 or 25% of something.
He paid a quarter for the candy.
Salary. A salary is how much money a person makes at his or her job.
He got a new job with a better salary.
Scholarship. A scholarship is money given so someone can go to school.
I got a scholarship to help me pay for university.
Temporary. If something is temporary, it exists for a short time.
This car is only temporary. I'll get a new one soon.
Treasure. A treasure is a collection of valuable things, especially jewels or gold.
They became very rich when they found the buried treasure.
Urge. To urge someone is to try very hard to get them to do something.
He urged them to believe his story.
Coach. A coach is a person who teaches sports.
My coach gets very excited during games.
Control. To control something is to make it do what you want.
To control the TV, just push the buttons.
Description. A description of someone or something says what they are like.
I gave a description of the man with the gun and hat to the police.
Direct. If something is direct, it goes straight between two places.
The green path is a direct route to my house.
Exam. An exam is a test.
I did some practice questions for the math exam on the board.
Example. An example of something is a thing that is typical of it.
Cola is an example of a soft drink.
Limit. A limit is the largest or smallest amount of something that you allow.
My mother put a limit on how much I could use the phone.
Local. If something is local, it is nearby.
The local market in my neighborhood sells all the food we need.
Magical. Magical describes a quality that makes someone or something special.
The fireworks made the night sky look so magical.
Mail. Mail is letters and other things sent to people.
I get a lot of mail because I have friends all over the world.
Novel. A novel is a book that tells a story.
He wrote a great novel about ancient China.
Outline. An outline is the plan for a story or essay.
Before I wrote my essay, I made an outline.
Poet. A poet is a person who writes poems.
William Shakespeare was one of the greatest poets.
Print. To print something is to put it onto paper.
Make sure that you print your name clearly.
Scene. A scene is one part of a book or movie.
A movie is made up of many short pieces or scenes.
Sheet. A sheet is a thin, flat piece of paper.
I only needed a single sheet of paper to do my homework.
Silly. People who are silly show a lack of serious thought.
I made a silly mistake of dropping Mom's vase.
Store. A store is a place where you can buy things.
I picked up a few things at the grocery store.
Suffer. To suffer is to feel pain.
Her headache made her suffer all day.
Technology. Technology is new things made by using science.
He loves technology, such as laptop computers.
Across. To go across something is to go to the other side of it.
He walked across the board to the other side.
Breathe. To breathe means to let air go in and out of your body.
We need strong, healthy lungs to help us breathe well.
Characteristic. A characteristic is something that shows what a person or a thing is like.
One characteristic of tigers is their black stripes.
Consume. To consume something means to eat or drink it.
Jack consumed a whole plate of spaghetti.
Excite. To excite someone means to make them happy and interested.
I heard about the school dance on Friday. This excited me.
Extremely. If something is extremely good, it is very, very good.
I was extremely worried about him.
Fear. Fear is the feeling of being afraid.
I have a great fear of skateboarding.
Fortunate. If you are fortunate, you are lucky.
I was fortunate to get a seat.
Happen. If someone happens to do something, he or she does it by chance.
I happened to meet some new friends at school today.
Length. The length of something is how long it is from one end to the other.
The length of the floor is 3 meters.
Mistake. A mistake is something you do wrong.
My boss always yells at me when I make a mistake.
Observe. To observe something is to watch it.
Brian observed the sun rising over the mountains.
Opportunity. An opportunity is a chance to do something.
I had an opportunity to take pictures in the jungle.
Prize. A prize is something of value that is given to the winner.
I won a prize for getting the best grade on my science test.
Race. A race is a contest to see who is the fastest.
Paul is a fast runner, so he easily won the race.
Realize. To realize is to suddenly understand.
After I left my house, I realized that I left the light on.
Respond. To respond is to give an answer to what someone else said.
When the teacher asked the question, we all responded.
Risk. A risk is a chance of something bad happening.
I took a risk and climbed the snowy mountain.
Wonder. To wonder is to ask yourself questions or have a need to know.
The young mother wondered if she'd have a boy or a girl.
Yet. Yet is used to say something has not happened up to now.
We can't go out yet. We're still eating.
Art. Art is something creative that expresses ideas and feelings.
My sister likes to look at the art in the museum.
Book. A book is a set of printed sheets of paper that are held together inside a cover.
The man smiles as he reads his favorite book.
Clothes. Clothes are what people wear to cover their bodies.
I bought warm clothes for the cold winter.
Community. A community is a group of people who share the same area or interests.
The community got together to plant trees.
December. December is the 12th month of the year.
The last day of the year is December 31st.
Dinner. Dinner is the main meal eaten in the evening.
I had a hamburger for dinner.
End. To end is to stop or finish.
They are happy because the teacher wanted to end the class early.
Exchange. To exchange is to give one thing in return for another.
The men exchange business cards.
Family. A family is a group of people who are related to each other.
There are 4 people in my family.
From. From shows a starting place or position.
Chris studies from 10 o'clock to noon every morning.
Green. Green is the color of growing grass or leaves.
I don't like green apples.
Home. A person's home is the place where that person lives.
The family likes to stay at home on the weekends.
January. January is the first month of the year.
My birthday is in January.
Red. Red is the color of blood.
Jack is wearing a red shirt.
7. 7 is the word for the number 7.
I have 7 colored pencils on my desk.
Start. To start is to begin doing something.
Catherine has to start work at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Together. Together shows an action is done with another person or thing.
Let's work together to finish the project.
University. A university is a school where people study for a degree.
My dream is to go to a good university.
Wear. To wear is to have clothing on your body.
The man has to wear a suit to work.
Year. A year is a period of 365 days, or 12 months.
You become 1 year older every birthday.